Hello YouTube, this is AndrewTheRed, continuing my library series. So I have the fiction books in front of me here. So this is a classic, Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. I'll just see what the year is here. This is 32. Oh, well, so he wrote it in 32, but this particular book is 89. So this is a great book to read for everyone. You should read this one, Brave New World. So it's basically a dystopia situation where, I don't know, I gotta be careful with this section. I can't give anything away. Oh no, how am I supposed to talk about this stuff then? It's a dystopia like 1984, George Orwell's 1984, where they actually engineer human beings to fit roles in society. So this is a psychology nightmare, let's say. Okay, there's Dan Brown's Angels and Demons. So Dan Brown also wrote, oh no, maybe I can find it in here. Oh, Da Vinci Code, yeah. Okay, this is year 2000. This is a pretty good book. It's about secrets in the Vatican and that kind of stuff, sort of like the Da Vinci Code. I'm not sure if they're, I'm trying to think if they're related. I don't think they're related. I think maybe they're sort of related, but you can read one without the other, it's fine. But yeah, I read this one years ago. But yeah, this was a good book. I have good memory of liking it, so. Okay, I'm going to do these all in a row. So this is the People of the Blank, as I call it, series. So this one is People of the Lakes by Gear and Gear. I'm sure these are fairly new for the year. This one is 94. So they have a whole bunch of different ones here. This is my favorite so far, but let me just show you the other ones. So here's People of the Mist, and People of the River, and here's the other one, People of the Earth. So this is what I have so far. I have not read Earth or Mist. I have read Lakes. This is the first one I read, and I actually so far like this one the best, although it's only the one of two, right? But this one is a really neat story. So they focus, Gear and Gear's People of the Blank series focuses on natives in North America, and it's based on facts of the history and culture of Native Americans in North America. There's all kinds of references at the back where they've taken sources from, and it's I found it really, I'm not a huge fiction reader, but I found it really enjoyable, especially this one. And then I've also read this one as well, the River one. This one is good too. It's hard to compare it because I've only read two of them, but so far definitely the Lakes is the best one. This has an awesome series, and this is an awesome one. And what they do is they usually have a couple storylines going at once. And I guess to slightly criticize this one, the storylines for this one didn't connect very well at the end. It was kind of annoying. But although the girl in the red there is actually an interesting character, but this one had some awesome storylines going, especially Otter. He's a trader. Maybe that's why I like the book too. The main character is Otter. His name is Otter. He is a trader, so he goes from town to town and he trades certain things. So maybe that's why. But anyways, this was a great one. So that's the Gear and Gear series. Okay, here's another Ayn Rand book, We the Living. So I have read this one. This one, the setting is in Russia, and this one is about, oh geez, if I can remember now. I read this one years ago. So this is, oh yes, Individual Against the State. So I was going to say it's about individualism versus collectivism, but I thought Anthem was about that one, which I have not read yet. Maybe I should show you that one since I just mentioned it. If I can find it here. Oh, there it is. So there's Anthem. So again, they nicely fit together. actually. So, anyways, I have read We the Living. It is good. I remember good things about it. I just don't remember what it's about too much. I know it takes place in Russia, and it also really shows, although you can probably get better books that show the history and the conditions of Russia during communism, but it really shows the devastation that people and the, what's the word I'm looking for? It really was desperation during those times. To even have a room, you had to have all these regulations, and you had to be a member of the Communist Party to get food. They had like these badges or something, and it's just terrible. So then Anthem I have not read yet, so I don't really know anything about it. Okay, here, I'll do this one. So I read this one for school, and I've kept it around because I thought it was a neat book. This one's called School Daze. So this author, Chamoiseau, I think. Let's see the year here. This is actually a translation of a French book that he wrote. This is 1994. This particular one is 97. But this is a book about school children in, Martinique. So an island. Martinique is an island. Oh no. Or is it on the south of South America there? No, I'm pretty sure this is an island. I think it's one of the northern ones, kind of east of Haiti. So this is about a French colony in Martinique, and the children that go to school there, and it talks about how the culture of those people was it was being destroyed, I guess you could say, by the imposition of the French language and the French culture on their city, because it was a French colony. So it's an interesting account of children kind of in very authoritarian schools, and their I don't know if I'd say management, I guess, of kind of two separate lives, and one of them being, I guess, sort of destructive. So it also talks about teachers too, and it talks about how the indigenous teachers are actually molded as well by the French colonies. Okay, I'll do this one here. So this is another one from school. Reading Lolita in Tehran. So Lolita is a book in itself, but this is people in Tehran reading Lolita. So if you know what Lolita is, then you'll know that that'll be certainly controversial, especially in Tehran. What year is this? Lolita's an old book, which I don't have. But this book, oh, this one's 03. Oh, this one's 08. It's weird though, because the paper is like I don't know, ruffled, I guess you could say. But anyways, yeah. So it's a memorial. That one. Oh no, a memoir. Sorry, by Nafisi. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Animal Farm. I don't have 1984. I've read it though, but I have Animal Farm by George Orwell. This is a great little book. It's thin. It's a quick one, but this is a great book. It is a political book, but it takes uses a farm as a way of describing political ideologies. So most people have read this one, but this is a nice cover too. So I'll pick this one up. To have? Okay, well, let's do this one here. So this is Ayn Rand's most well-known novel, Atlas Shrugged. It's pretty thick. It's a good read. People complain about the last, I don't know, is it 50 pages, which is the speech of John Galt. I don't know why, because it's pretty good. I remember Hitchens in his speech, he says Ayn Rand's novels were, I don't know what words he was, but he was basically, I think he said he was disgusted or something with her writing or whatever. But anyways, I thought Atlas Shrugged was a pretty good book. Although, like I said, I'm not a fiction aficionado. But it's basically a fictional account of her philosophy, and it is somewhat also of a somewhat of a doomsayer of what the world may fall into. Atlas may shrug, as they would say, and Atlas being the working people, the rise of socialism and the rise of entitlements, people believing that other people owe them things. Eventually, if those people who are productive stopped working or stopped contributing in such a system, what would happen to dependence? That's also a tragedy that may inflict the modern era if governments collapse or if economies get worse and worse. Who are the ones that are going to be the most affected? So that's that one. So here's the Fountainhead. So it's not one of those nice bindings. This is actually the first one I bought a long time ago, the Fountainhead. So this one is about an architect. Although I'm not sure if this one's like Peter Keating and this one. I remember the second-handers. What I remember most from this book is the concept of second-handers, people who cannot define themselves unless they're being or have no self-confidence unless they're being praised by other people. So people who depend on others for their own self-worth and self-concept. So I thought this was an interesting account of that. Alrighty, how about this one? So this is a book I actually read and bought in Teachers College. It's called Sahara Special. It is a cute little book about a little girl who I believe she has I don't know if it's ADHD or not. It's something. It's some mental disorder. But the book is written from her perspective, and she doesn't talk about it. It's not in her mind, essentially, and so it's really interesting to read a child's perspective on school with a I don't remember what mental disorder it is, but so anyway, if you read this one, don't forget the star on the cover. When you're finished reading the book, look at the entire book, and you'll see if you haven't read it. Okay, this is a classic, Tale of Two Cities. This is the illustrated version, hardcover. I'll show you some pictures in a second here, but I just wanted to see the year because this is a pretty old book. This is 62, first printing. So it is the Tale of Two Cities. The two cities are Paris and London, England. And there's a few pictures throughout. So there's one, for example. So I'll be honest, I did not get through it. I don't know. Oh, actually, I have a little note in here. I got past half, but I got bored to tears. There's different storylines going on in this, and it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. It's also sort of Old English, so it's hard to understand what they're saying sometimes. And I was essentially getting nothing out of it. And if you get nothing out of the book, you put it down. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Don't feel you have to finish every book. If you're done, if you're finding the book is pointless, then just put it down and start something else. Leave your bookmark in it, and maybe you'll come back to it. But don't feel you have to finish a book. So here's a classic that everyone should maybe have: Voltaire's Candid. I have not read it, but I picked it up just recently. Actually, is it for $1? Oh, it's for $2. So I will be looking forward to reading it. Here's another I picked up recently: Homer, the Illiad. So this is a Greek. I don't think it's a play. I guess it's a novel. Anyways, it's a Greek, pretty old one. The Illiad. So this one, I guess, Well, I don't know if the year matters so much for these ones, but it's just whenever they printed it. This particular one, it's 1950. Penguin. And my last fiction novel is George Eliot's Middlemarch. Haven't read it. It's pretty big. I don't know what it's about. But if I get a request, I will read it and tell you about it. I'm not sure, I guess, what format I'm going to do yet for that. The academic books, it'd be easier to do because I can basically give you the highlights and quotations, interesting quotations I find from the books. But to read a fiction novel, I'm not sure. I guess I could talk about the book and then just put a spoiler message or something on it at the beginning. So if anyone hasn't read it yet and they don't want to hear about what the book's about, then they can choose not to listen. But okay, that is the fiction books. So next section, I guess I'll do, I don't know, psychology? I'll do psychology, I guess. So until next time.